with that long-term care side of things, right, it's super important for if something does happen or when that time comes, that you're able to generate this income, and that this guaranteed income is not going to run out, right? Because you want to worry about, right, the one thing of getting healthy. You want to worry about helping your spouse. You want to worry about those things. The last thing you want to be worried about is the income coming in, right? So long-term care and healthcare and income planning and growth in the market, they're all affecting each other, right? So we have to look at these things together as a plan. And that's where it comes to really personalize a plan for someone. And it starts really with this income. And really how I kind of explain it to people is this, right? We've got to really expand the knowledge of our clients, right? And not to the fact of teaching you an entire course, but showing you, right, how to maximize your benefits, how to maximize your Social Security, income, your long-term care, your health care, and position that so that you don't have to have a worry. You don't have to have a worry in retirement. You have a worry-free, stress-free retirement that everyone wants, right? So the first thing to that is really teaching people on how to roll over your 401k. And I know a lot of you out there, you're like, oh, well, I've got a 401k, I've got a TSB, I've got an IRA, I've got a 403b, right? Well, you might not know how to roll it over. Okay. My dad the other day, had issues with this and didn't even know. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Right. If you're out there and you're like, hey, I love what you guys are saying, but how the heck do I do this? I will teach you personally. We'll sit down together and go over this and show you the process, right? It's literally the easiest process ever that they made for you, but you've never been taught. Okay. And the reason why obviously is because the company doesn't want your money to go away. But the whole goal is for you to be able to transition those funds, those retirement funds that you've saved into an income stream that will benefit you for life. And if you have questions about really how to roll over, or what do I do with my TSP? How do I even touch it? How do I even withdraw money out of my 401k or my IRA? You can give us a call, 850-565-1705. Again, 850-565-1705.
One important thing, David, you brought up is, is talking about rolling over and, 401ks. And we say that because we do it every day. I mean, that's something we do for our clients all the time. And people hear that and don't really understand how to do it. And that's where we can help. The other thing, I think, going back to what Jim was saying, transitioning assets to income, I believe the identification of those assets is where it starts. If, we meet with somebody, we work up a plan, we look at expenses, we look at how they want their retirement to show, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, tomorrow. But I think when you talk about identifying the assets, that's where it starts. And these assets, a lot of people that have the qualified funds, we've talked about it in other shows about supplementing Social Security income. The assets that we use for that mainly, it's not all of them, but mainly it's the qualified money, which consists of a traditional IRA, a 403b, a 401k, a SEP IRA, a TSP. Those are the type of assets that we're talking about, identifying those, transitioning those to income to supplement your Social Security, in helping you roll over and assisting you to determine what kind of income we're going to get, what kind of income you need, and then helping you with that process and making it as smooth as possible. That's what we can do for you. We can sit down, identify the assets, talk about how we position them into income, and then what that income is going to look like in your retirement. And that's where we help you.
And even if you don't want to turn on that income, or you don't want income at all right now, and you're still working, or maybe you've got some funds that you're living off of in your savings. Okay. First of all, income's never a bad thing. Okay. Second of all, if you need help still with 401ks or IRAs or any kind of fund that you have, and you want to put it in more of a safe product, or you're worried about where it's at or what it's invested in, or you don't know what it's invested in. Again, I've got a lot of clients that come in and they're like, David, I need your help. I don't know what this is in, what it is, and how it's working for me, right? That's an issue. And again, that needs to be taken care of. So again, if you have a 401k, IRA, 403b, and you're wondering, how do I transition it, or what do I do with it? That's when you need to give us a call. We could sit down with you and go over the plan for you and see what we could do for you and help you out with that. Again, it's 850-565-1705. Again, that number is 565-1705.
And if you like that video, be sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notifications bell for weekly content just like this. And for more, click the video on your screen.